Imagine if her hands with a simple gesture could reveal a secret desire that she doesn't always admit. You have no idea the power of that. In this video, we're going to dive into female psychology and decipher subtle signals that women send through their hands, showing a real and deep interest in you. These gestures aren't accidental. They're instinctive clues that reveal attraction based on human behavior that evolved to create invisible connections. By understanding this, you gain an advantage that few men possess, transforming ordinary interactions into moments loaded with tension and possibility. But wait, because what's coming next is even more revealing. We're going to explore 3 powerful signals. And in the final revelation, you'll discover a hand gesture that, if ignored, could make you miss the chance for an irresistible connection. A secret that only the most attentive capture and use to create magnetic attraction. Stay until the end, so you don't miss this twist that could change how you see interactions with women. If these insights are sparking your curiosity, subscribe to the channel for more exclusive revelations and give a like if you want to master these secrets of the female mind. 1. The first subtle signal that reveals her desire is when she lightly brushes the back of her hand against yours during a casual conversation, as if it were an accident, but repeating the gesture intentionally. This touch isn't random. It's an instinctive way to test the waters, creating a spark of intimacy without words. To use this to your advantage as a man, respond by mirroring the gesture with a soft touch on her arm, maintaining eye contact to amplify the tension. This technique works based on human behavior where light touches release oxytocin, the connection hormone, strengthening emotional bonds in a subconscious way. Imagine the power of turning a simple brush into a bridge to something deeper, something that only the attentive perceive. Continuing, observe if she positions the palms of her hands facing up while talking to you, exposing the inner part of her wrists in a vulnerable way. This gesture is a silent invitation, signaling trust and openness to a closer approach. You can apply this by responding with open gestures like extending your hand for a prolonged greeting, building a sense of reciprocity. Based on attraction psychology, this exposure of sensitive areas activates primitive instincts of protection and desire, making her more receptive to your intentions. It's like unraveling a secret code that awakens mutual curiosity, leaving her craving more. Now think about the moment when she interlaces her fingers with yours for an instant, pretending to adjust something but prolonging the contact. This is a clear sign that she wants to feel your energy, testing the physical chemistry without verbal commitments. To explore this, hold the interlacing for an extra second, whispering a provocative question about what she's feeling. This approach relies on stoicism, where emotional control allows you to maintain composure, turning the gesture into a tool of controlled seduction. The result is a palpable tension, a game of hands that builds anticipation without rush. Finally, understand that mastering this initial signal can be the trigger for unforgettable interactions. But what's coming next is even more intriguing. A gesture that involves rhythmic movements and that, if captured correctly, can elevate attraction to hypnotic levels, something you won't want to miss. 2. The second powerful signal emerges when she absent-mindedly plays with a ring or bracelet on her wrist, twisting it slowly while looking at you as if revealing a hidden layer of herself. This movement isn't just a habit. It's a way to draw attention to her hands, symbolizing availability and a subtle invitation to touch. As a man, use this to your advantage by starting a comment about the accessory, lightly touching it to create a physical bridge. Grounded in manipulation psychology, this trick explores visual suggestion, directing focus to erogenous zones in an indirect way, increasing tension without direct words. It's a secret that turns casual glances into sparks of mutual desire. Moving forward, notice if she traces invisible patterns on the table or in the air with her fingers, imitating smooth and circular movements during the conversation. This gesture indicates a flow of creative and sensual energy, signaling that she's imagining more intimate scenarios. To apply, mirror the pattern with your own fingers, synchronizing the rhythm to create a silent dance of gestures based on human behavior. This activates the principle of reciprocity, where mirrored actions strengthen subconscious bonds, making the interaction more magnetic. Imagine the mystery of deciphering these traces as keys to unlocking deeper levels of connection. Additionally, pay attention when she crosses her fingers behind her back or interlaces them in a protective way, but with a provocative smile directed at you. This is a sign of vulnerability mixed with challenge, inviting you to break barriers. Respond by gently uncrossing your own fingers and offering an open hand, encouraging her to open up more. This technique relies on the foundation of attraction, where contrasting postures create a dynamic balance, generating irresistible chemistry. It's like a forbidden game that awakens curiosity, leaving both craving the next move. In short, mastering this signal can make your interactions loaded with mystery. But wait until you hear the third, a final gesture that, if misinterpreted, can seal or break an eternal connection. A secret that will revolutionize how you read her intentions. Don't miss it for anything. 3. The third revealing signal appears when she gently smooths the palm of her own hand with the fingertips of the other, as if calming an internal tension while keeping her gaze fixed on yours. This gesture is a subtle manifestation of self-control, but also an indirect invitation for you to intervene, touching that vulnerability with a reciprocal gesture. As a man, apply this by offering your hand for her to hold, turning the moment into an exchange of energies that builds mutual trust. Grounded in behavioral psychology, this smoothing activates neural pathways associated with comfort and tactile desire, creating an emotional bridge that can evolve into something more intense. It's a secret that, when deciphered, turns everyday interactions into narratives loaded with romantic potential, leaving her more open to calculated advances. Advancing. Observe if she flexes her fingers in a rhythmic way, as if pulsing with contained energy, especially during pauses in the conversation that create anticipation. This movement indicates a flow of internal excitement, signaling that she's imagining more direct touches without verbalizing them. To explore, respond with a similar gesture, perhaps lightly touching the back of her hand to synchronize the rhythms, amplifying the subconscious connection. Based on the principles of Stoicism, maintaining calm during this exchange allows you to control the pace of seduction, avoiding rushes that could break the enchantment. The result is an invisible dance of intentions, where each flexion becomes a step toward a deeper and irresistible attraction. Additionally, pay attention when she interlaces her fingers and presses them against the table or her lap, creating a symbolic barrier that is actually a test of your persistence. This gesture mixes defense with provocation, inviting you to undo that barrier with a gentle touch that demonstrates confidence. Use this to your advantage by extending your hand to gently separate her fingers, accompanied by an intriguing question about her thoughts. This approach relies on the dynamics of human attraction, where overcoming small resistances strengthens bonds, releasing endorphins that elevate the level of intimacy. It's like unraveling a tactile enigma that reveals hidden layers of desire, making the moment unforgettable for both. Finally, mastering this signal can be the culmination of a subtle seduction. But what will really transform your approach is integrating all of them into a cohesive strategy. And if you think that's all, wait for the next video where I reveal even deeper body signals that can seal a connection for life. Something that will forever change how you conquer hearts. Don't miss this revolution. Now, reflecting on everything we've explored in this video, these subtle hand signals aren't just random gestures. They're windows into the female subconscious, revealing desires that words often mask. And by mastering them based on psychology and Stoicism, you gain an unparalleled advantage in the art of seduction. Think about how much this can enrich your daily interactions, turning casual encounters into profound opportunities for connection, where touch becomes a universal language of attraction. It's fascinating how something as simple as observing hands can unlock emotional secrets, helping men navigate the complex world of relationships with more confidence and authenticity. In the end, these insights remind us that true seduction comes from attention to details, mutual respect, and stoic patience, creating bonds that go beyond the superficial. What did you find most surprising in this analysis? Share in the comments below spontaneously, perhaps telling a personal experience or a doubt that arose, because I love reading varied perspectives, and this helps make the content even better for everyone. If this video brought you value and insights you can apply in real life, give a like to support the channel and show that content like this deserves more visibility. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next videos full of exclusive revelations about attraction psychology, stoicism applied to seduction, and practical tips to elevate your social skills. There's a lot of valuable stuff coming, and you won't want to miss out on this journey of self-development.